First Alert 4 has new developments in a fight over a New South City gas station. We broke this story to you in February. Well, tonight there are even more concerns ranging from safety to even environmental impacts. The proposed quick trip would be at the intersection of Jamison and Arsenal in South City. First Alert 4's Shoshana Stahl hears what neighbors have to say and what the company is doing in response.
The way I see it, a quick trip here is going to add nothing to the neighborhood, and it's only going to degrade our quality of life.
Jay Unnerstall is a member of the Lindenwood Park Neighborhood Association, fighting against adding a quick trip to the intersection of Jamison and Arsenal.
This is such a busy, well-traveled, congested intersection now. Imagine a lineup of cars over here where that at the edge of that building now is, trying to make a left-hand turn onto Arsenal here, while you have people coming off the interstate trying to make right and left-hand turns. It's just going to create a bottleneck. And when people have to wait, they get frustrated. They do things maybe they shouldn't.
He says a traffic study from Quick Trip showed hundreds of cars would be going through the gas station during peak hours of the day.
No stoplights, no stop signs. I'm really fearful.
At a recent neighborhood meeting, neighbors say QT told them once the process starts, it'll take about 2 years for it to be completed. Lindenwood Park resident Aaron Dohan says the quick trip here just isn't necessary.
There's a gas station down there. There's also two over there in Ellendale. So not a quarter of a mile away, there are two gas stations over there, one down the road here.
This would be a huge impact on the route he drives his kid to school and is concerned about overflow into side streets.
Those neighborhood streets are going to start getting crowded.
And it's not just this building, but this grassy lot they'll be taking over too. Dohan says he's also concerned about the gas station's light pollution and environmental concerns.
All these nice, lovely trees behind us are going to be cut down to build concrete and a parking lot. And to me, that is not what a good neighborhood looks like.
Quick Trip has made some concessions. I'm told there was originally going to be a truck stop here, but after neighbors argued, QT changed that plan into adding a car wash here instead. I did reach out to Quick Trip today, but haven't heard back. In South City, Shoshana Stahl, First Alert 4.